Next person we gonna talk about. Number 2, emasculated in this, is somebody who's been fine for so long. The epitome of sexy chocolate. Morris Chestnut. They took his chestnuts in this movie. First thing that they did wrong is they showed this man still grieving his dead wife. His wife then died about 2 or 3 years ago. News flash, lady. If you messing with a high value man's, you're not the only one. Which means if you do happen to pass away, I'm gonna grieve you, but I'm gonna get over you pretty quick. And it ain't gonna take 2 years. And again, that's not being insensitive, that's just being real about it. That's what's gonna be. So now they show him grieving by smashing all these random chicks. Now, in this movie, series, whatever you want to call it, he's supposed to be a retired NFL player, a millionaire. The chicks that he was sleeping with in there look like chicks you might find at Chit Chats in Buffalo or Tally Ho. It don't look like this is prime real estate. This look like Kiki and them from up the street. Now, I'm going to tell you this. Morris Chestnut, when they took his chestnuts, they took it there by having him grieve his wife way too long. But then the thing they really did, this is the only representation of a black father that we have in here with a black son. I knew it right away. I said, watch. His son, who looked like it was his brother, that's how old they cast. I don't know who did this casting. Like I said, their budget must have been that great. Because whoever they cast to play his son, like he could be his brother. He looked every bit of 45, 50. His teenage son turns out to be non-binary. So yes, now they got to get that agenda in there. You knew that was coming. I thought maybe they may make him gay. No, we got to go all the way. Now he's a computer system. So now he's non-binary. He don't want to tell his father because, again, toxic masculinity. Everybody in the series, don't tell your dad, you know he ain't gonna go for that. They all right with it, but the dad is the villain. So they want to make the dad the villain when he come in there and see his son and all these pumps and the bumps and everything else, and he tell him that ain't what we do. That's what a real father would do. A real black father would say, hey, while you up in my house, you gonna dress the way I tell you to dress. If you want to go and be an extra on RuPaul's Drag Race, once you get up out of here, hey, to each his own. But while you under my roof, that's what you gonna do. And that's what should have happened. But of course not. Now we gotta have a whole subplot with that going on. Him not want to play football like his dad, and instead of him just being, y'all do realize, and this is the part that gets me, and this is why I don't know why the Rainbow Crew don't come for y'all for this. Y'all do realize there are a lot of people that are attracted to the same sex that don't want to be that sex. There's some men's that like men's but don't want to be women. Why do y'all always, especially when it's a black man, always gotta make him feminine and emasculate him? He doing TikTok videos, twerking in heels, when he was there playing football just as masculine as can be. And that's what I keep talking about. This agenda y'all pushing is sickening. You are destroying the black family and you're destroying the black man. No matter who I want to sleep with, I prefer women. But if I did ever decide I wanted to bend on over, I don't need to act like no female. I'ma be me. Now, a lot of people want to always accuse, you gay. Well, that's the first thing y'all always want to say because you don't like how I keep it real. There's nothing feminine about me. There's nothing gay about me. I'm as straight as 915. And if you want to act like I'm not, that's because you want me. You want me to be, but that'll never be. So again, I digress. So that's the plot. Now, this scene right here is when they took all of his chestnuts. So now his son goes missing because now he runs away. He runs away and now he's trying to hunt him down. He goes to this boy's house, or maybe it was a girl, I don't know. You couldn't tell. They went by the name of Lex, so we just gonna say Lex. Lex's parents looked every bit of 75, 80. So that tells you a lot right there. They too old, and that's the other thing, y'all. Stop waiting until you're 60, 75 to have these kids because you don't have the energy to raise them right. So Lex is probably where LJ, which is Morris Chestnut's character's son in the thing, name is LJ, got this whole agenda from, because Lex is the same way. So when Morris Chestnut is asking, have you seen LJ? This boy, he said, have you seen my son? I'm looking for my son. He had the nerve to say, son? Oh, I don't know any son. Who was that? Ooh, if I could have jumped through that screen, I would have strangled, I would have mangled, and I would have pounded that lexicon's face in. I'm looking for my son who might be dead, and you so concerned about pronouns that you go. And that's what we doing, y'all. That's what's happening to our people. That's what's happening to our families. We turning these kids into emotionally recluse, extra sensitive, no respect monsters. And then you got to deal with it. And I got to deal with it. So after that scene, instead of Morris right there hitting them with a chop block or spearing them or tackling them, he going to buckle down and say, they. When I say LJ, I meant they. So after that, I stopped watching him. That just turned my stomach. When I see a man like Morris Chestnut get emasculated in that way, I was done with it.